Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this impromptu THORnews Art Sale. I'm in my efficiency apartment, which is a one-room apartment, and my power is off again. Second time in 30 days, technically third time in 30 days. What has happened is that my bill for this apartment, since it's one little room, has always been about $40. Last month, they said they boosted their rates, so my bill was $255, and then I paid that, and now they're asking for $155. So they're basically within 1 month asking me to pay $400, even though my rent here is $575, and the bill had always been $40. So I have a bunch of art because before I had a YouTube channel, I used to write movies all the time and would sketch out my ideas so I could remember them properly. So if there are any art lovers out there who love THORnews and want to support THORnews, I'm now going to sell some of my art to help get my power back on and to help move to Colorado before hurricane season. Now, this is not as slick. And the funniest thing is, my actual best work of art, the book I have, is at the ranch, Texas, or north. So, the majority of these sketches you're going to see here are from one character. The movie I wrote like 4 drafts. The first draft was like 250 pages. It's called Satori Ray Jones, Blue-Eyed White Tiger. It's about him and Grace. It's a long, complicated story. It's beautiful, hilarious, funny, action-packed. But some of the things you'll find in here, like this, is one of my favorites. This is when I wrote out a whole treatment for a graphic novel starring Peter Parker, Wolverine, and Daredevil. Although he has an alter ego called Mike Murdock, and at the beginning you can see. But as you can see, Wolverine, Spider-Man, and Daredevil jumping off his brownstone. Because the whole base of the movie is we always see the whole base of the graphic novel is that we always see superheroes fighting and in battle. And so the graphic novel idea is that it's a comedy where Spider-Man, Daredevil, and Wolverine go on vacation. And during vacation, they have rules: no robots, no dinosaurs, no ninjas, and absolutely, above all, no Tony Stark. And of course, all those things show up during the vacation. Anyway, it's a really cool idea. So this is impromptu, so you'll have to remember which one you might or might not be interested in. Here's another version where I was just messing with Wolverine. How are you guys doing? And unfortunately, I will not be able to. Hey, thank you very much. I super appreciate that. You know, it's weird. So the movie Satori Ray Jones, Blue-Eyed White Tiger, had such a big backstory. Thank you, Sherman Osborne. Thank you. And I started writing this movie in like 2001, 2004. The movie idea was so giant. This world I created on my own was so giant that I had to write a prequel to just explain Satori Ray Jones, of everything that happened before he came about. And the funny thing is I created a character. The prequel is named Ace River. And so I created this character, Ace River, here. We kicked your ass back to oblivion 7,000 years ago, and we're going to do it again today. And he's like, of course, he's just like John Wick. Only I created him before John Wick, I'm pretty sure. So, I don't know, people borrow from me liberally. I'm okay with it. We're saving the world here. So, there's Naked Wolverine. It's weird. Oh yeah, this one's okay. Although it's not finished. But that's part of the beauty of my art. See Wolverine, Peter Parker drunk, Daredevil. Anyway, let's try and get to the... That's just Blue Angel. Blue Angel. That's graphic and violent. Oh, yeah, wait. Gravity is the root of grace, the mainstay of all speed. I don't even know what that means. Wolverine, Daredevil, Spider-Man. Yeah, they're drunk. See, like, crap. So in the movie, it's Satori, Grace, Copper, and then Nick. Nick used to be Ace River's sidekick. I don't ruin the movie Ace River for you, but he dies in the end. It's weird because it's them versus the 13 trillionaires of Earth. I wrote it a long time ago. Man, see, this is why I like editing so much. Oh, no. I've been obsessed with the second coming of Christ my whole life. Like, since I was a kid, I started reading the book of Revelations. And whereas everybody's like, oh my God, the Antichrist. I don't worry about that. I worry about the return of the King of Kings, which the Bible says is named Faithful and True. And so technically, I wrote this movie trying to visualize if Christ came back to life. And he ended up a blonde-haired, blue-eyed samurai. Anyway, good old-fashioned bullets. That's Ace River. I love that name, by the way. What a cool character name, right? See, there's Nick, Grace, Satori, Copper. And so, yeah, that's the secret. I ruined Satori. Technically, Grace and Satori are God. He's king of the West. She's queen of the East. And when they come together, they rule the world peacefully. But not in a bad way. Thank you very much, Phoebe. And so, one of my favorite parts of the whole movie is there's this thing where Satori, because he disappears for 6 years, comes back. He says, hey, even if I save the world now, humanity's just going to fuck it up. Sorry for the language. So what can we do to prevent it? And that's when they decide they have to rule. It's not like some dictatorship. They're literally the coolest people ever. Grace, Satori. I thought this was cute. See, that's her hanging on to him. So, notice I use the sun a lot. I don't know. I guess I've been obsessed with the sun for a while. In the hospital, well, I'm sending you good energy, good prayers, and good vibes, man. Or lady. Ma'am, so one of the crazy things is, if you'll notice, the very end of the movie, they go to, and then they had this thing called the light ship, because there's this trillionaire who lives in a mountain. He was the first billionaire ever, tech guy. They tried to assassinate him, so he hollowed out a mountain. He has 40 wives, and he's been living in the mountain, but he's like the greatest technology guy ever. I love this panel, by the way. This is one day Satori is out riding horses. Just riding with the horses. And then they get attacked by all these little bubble helicopters. They're it's like a bubble ball with the cannons on them. See that? So Satori gets swarmed by all the bubble helicopters. And so it's a giant battle where, unfortunately, all the horses get killed. But Satori jumps from bubble helicopter to bubble helicopter to bubble helicopter to bubble helicopter, killing everyone with his swords. It's actually a really cool scene if you're into action movies. See, so this is Ace again. Ace, the dude is a total badass. No wonder they ripped John Wick off him. Although he liked to wear, the only thing he ever spends his money on is clothes. And he always adds a little color to his black. It's usually purple, blue, or silver. Let's see. And that's kind of neat. Fashionable ninja. Earn it. Man, my armor of God is keeping me alive, but it's not keeping the power on. You know what I'm saying? Why is life so difficult in 2018? It's been like the universe sucker punching me every day for like 1,000 days in a row. I believe in karma. I thought if I was awesome, things would work out okay. Okay, what do we got? I got quite a, like, I have filled so many spirals and art journals. So yeah, this is what the bad guys look like. You know what's weird is when I wrote this movie, the 400-year-old demon that lives in the bottom of the earth, it lives like 100 miles down. Before I even knew what spirit cooking was, he has this army of 6 demons that can't be killed. They're made of petroleum, sperm, blood. It's like all the shit that spirit cooking combined with like melted gold and petroleum to create these like tar giants that can't be killed with swords or guns or nukes or anything. Of course, when Satori returns, his sword destroys them, but so like the bad guys are just like a bunch of tech mercs and demons. Oh, here's a cool thing, y'all. So, like I said, I started writing screenplays for movies when I was like 13. I mean, I started writing when I was 7, but then I checked out my first screenwriting book when I was 13 from the library. And so I went through a period where I tried to find every screenwriting book ever, and I bought them and read them. And so this is like Joseph Campbell's Monomyth, Lemming's 8-stage Monomyth, Robert McKee's 5-part narrative, you know, like inciting incident, progressive complications, crisis, climax, resolution. What is this? John Truby's 7 steps, problem/need, desire, plan, battle, self-revelation, new equilibrium. Sid Field's 3-act paradigm. And so I, you know, as obsessively as I make videos, I used to obsessively write screenplays. I used to write about 3 pages a day for like 20 years. And so I finished like 12 or 13 screenplays. And I've mentioned before, I went to Hollywood for a year and I did really well in 96. But the place creeped me out so bad and was so haunted, I left because I went crazy. I couldn't handle it. Does that sound crazy? Thank you very much, Phoebe. And now your name is fun to say. Seriously, thank you guys very much. Faithful and true, the river of the water of life. Genesis 3:24. So he drove man out, and the east of the Garden of Eden, he stationed the cherubim and the flaming sword which turned every direction to guard the way to the tree of life. My man, pillow talk. Oh, you could be a lady, I don't know. Wow, maybe I should do this live shit more often. You guys are fantastic. But one of the coolest, one of my favorite ones that kind of describes things, Satori Ray Jones. So this is in this movie situation idea. And you know what's funny is they just announced that Chris Pratt was going to be in a movie about a Viking ninja. Was it Viking ninja cowboy? And Satori Ray Jones is a Viking samurai cowboy. I'm telling you, they lift for me a lot. I don't mind saving the world here. And so, and because in the movie, he's the first white guy ever allowed in this 7,000-year-old school. But so, in the whole Asia thing, Asia's continent is ruled by the royal divine family, the Yamatos, the Council of 12, and then the Buddha. And so they all vote on everything in regards to Asia. But in the long span of the movie, when Satori's like 15 at this school, and he's never been allowed to throw a punch, he's never allowed to attack, he's only allowed to learn defense. When the Buddha disappears, the council, who always wear gold and everything is gold, I guess you could say it's mildly based on the Catholic Church or whatever people envision the 13 to be. And then this guy here is an executioner. He's been alive for 400 years since the Spanish Inquisition. And so nobody's been able to kill him for 400 years. One of my favorite scenes is when the council, in front of the entire school, tells Satori Ray Jones, he has, like, the Buddha's disappeared, and so they tie in boats. So the council tells Satori he either leaves school forever or the executioner will kill him. Anywho, he's 15, and when he goes to leave, he sees the girl is let in, Grace, at age 7, and she's the first female ever allowed in the school. So he knows that all the abuse that he's been through for the last 8 years will be put onto her. And then when they kill him twice, the Buddha resurrected him. And so he knows he has to turn back around and go into this hall to face these people and say, no, okay, I'm staying. And so he basically goes in, he says, hey, you insulted my mom. I need you to apologize, then I'll leave. Of course, they don't apologize. And when the executioner swings his axe at Satori, Satori ducks and punches this dude in the face. First punch we ever see him throw. And the dude's head spins around and snaps. Then the axe falls and all the things shatter out, and then the Buddha walks back in. But it's one of my favorite. I'm almost tearing up. Such a cool movie, man. But yeah, it's just this, I don't know, this has a very 2018, 2015, 2012 feel to it. The robot suit, you know, Iron Man having a suit that goes around a man, it's not exclusive. I've always loved the idea of having a protective exoskeleton. This is more, man, I've rewritten this movie so many times. Like, Satori disappeared. What happened is he devolved. He became an animalistic and lived with the animals until he realized that evil had resurfaced, and so he had to come back. And so that's him and Nick escaping of Vegas. When they find out Satori's return, they nuke a hotel in Vegas. But Satori and Nick get out of there in time. Revelations 1917. And I saw an angel standing in the sun. See, Satori and Grace. Thank you very much. Space River. Satori and Grace. Thank you very much. Pillow talk. So yeah, the demons that Satori would always have to fight. You think I'm scared of your dumb ass? He's a badass. Okay, Satori, Grace, Nick. I gotta work on drawing females though. This is it. And so, yeah. But man, because, you know, action is like a metaphor for the spiritual and emotional violence that we all go through. Plus, you know, it's economics. Nick, Copper, Grace. Yo, Johnny Allen, shut the fuck up. My ears are bleeding over here. The demon, the petroleum demons. The petroleum spirit cooking demons. Notice Satori's giving them both like the bird. This is before Satori returns. This is Grace, is a young girl. She's protected by, you know, a bunch of samurais who don't go to the school. She's a Yamato. And I don't know if you understand Shinto, which is Japanese. Their belief is that God was a goddess and that she handed down her nephew to Earth. So the Yamatos are a quote-unquote divine bloodline. And so it's like, but technically she's the Shinto goddess reborn. Anyway, so it's like she's all super magic, but everybody protects her as a little girl until they all get slaughtered. That's the opening scene of the movie. It's really cool, actually. Satori throwing cars. Oh yeah. This is when Satori goes to the Machine City. Although, unlike the Matrix, Satori doesn't go blind or get his ass kicked. Alright. That was cool. So, you know, it's weird. I got a lot of these art books, but like I said, my power just went out. Oh, if you're just joining me, my power went out because my power company, which used to be $40 a month for the last 2 years, exactly 1 month ago, they're like, hey, your bill's now $255. I was like, that's crazy because my apartment is $575 rent. it's a 1-bedroom. It's not even 1 bedroom. It's an efficiency. It's a box. And then so today my bill is $155, and they shut it off. That's $400 in 30 days. When my bill had always been $40. So that's 10 months of bills in 30 days, man. I know some people are like, capitalism's the greatest thing ever. No, it's not. It's unregulated, and it screws the people, and corporations have all the power. Here's Satori returning to the Machine City. Yeah, he can fly. But, like, I slowly unveil all his powers. This is a cool scene. The first time he ever kills anyone other than the demon, when Grace, at like age 15, is at an opera, and then they send in all these tech mercs to kill her. And so, of course, the first time Satori goes batshit crazy is to defend her. And they're all wearing like armor suits with lasers. And as you can see, Satori shows them that he's not going to take shit any longer. He basically explodes heads with one punch. Like, man, I wish Marvel wasn't owned by Disney, because this story would be so cool, so funny, and so fun. Wolverine, Daredevil, Spider-Man on vacation. Does that sound cool or what? All right. Yeah, I gotta go pawn my guitar and PlayStation 4, because I have to pay them today to get my power back on, even though it's like, what, 95 degrees in Houston? I don't even know, man. What the hell has happened to this world? Crazy. Yeah, the flooding's really bad. Really, really bad. But I super appreciate you guys. This shit is crazy. Your worst enemy will show you who your best friends are. Okay, great. I know why. Times I like Satori, because Satori always has to fight giant armies or robots. And I never claimed to be the greatest artist of all time, but I'm good enough as a storyboarder. Yeah, so, at the very end, the giant demon lives inside, the 3 pyramids that are in Egypt. The giant demon lives under the pyramids, like 100 miles down, and he's got a bunch of, zombies, robots. And Satori has to go underground. Oh, so did somebody call me an idiot? Yes, clearly I'm displaying that I'm an idiot here. I don't know anything. Yeah, so, but by the end, everybody is on Satori's team. It's like, I'm always obsessed with the F-35, because in the movie, one of the characters is actually the light ship. It's what I called it. It's like an F-35 combined with artificial intelligence. It's kind of like Jarvis in Iron Man. But it's one of the characters. So how are you guys doing today? Savior of the universe. That's all you need, baby blue. Oh, see, here's a Nick versus the hallway. And you can guess what happens in the scene. That's a creepy one. Yeah, it's like I was saying, the very end game villain lives at the very bottom of the pyramids, like 100 miles under. And he stays alive by drinking, the spirit cooking baby blood, petroleum shit. And so he has literally been the one since the Spanish Inquisition that has been living off of people's misery and pain and keeps us in a permanent, perpetual war, oil world. Remember, I wrote this in 2001. Or I started to write it. I spent like, literally, I still am writing it, but it's really cool, man. I don't know. Like I said, it's one of the ways I got so good at making videos is I've been screenwriting since I was a kid. I just love, my brain thinks in movies. So yeah, I'm an idiot. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude, you guys are great. Yeah, so no, hey, that's the whole thing. That's one of the reasons I don't go live is because every time I check out people's live shit, unless you have a moderator, there's always like maybe it's Harold. I don't know, like I have a guy who I thought was my friend in my band. He's been dating my ex-girlfriend. She moved to Houston. It's one of the reasons I'm moving out of town. Because one of my friends is banging my ex-girlfriend who I never want to speak to again. Never wanted to speak to her again 2 years ago when we broke up. So now he hates me for some strange reason. You know, like I said, people have just gone fucking crazy. And so the shitty heart people are literally getting shittier heart. And that's why I think I'm actually optimistic because I think people can sense that their shit is slipping away, that being able to control or by being the most popular, by whining or complaining or talking shit about people or manipulating people or lying, like those people are slowly losing their power. You may not be able to recognize it, but it's true. The old way, whether it collapses or we go to something new, I don't know. But I'm just saying those people are slowly freaking out. And so the bad people are getting worse. That I know for a fact. I mean, it's like I said, that my life feels like a movie, man. I can't even imagine all the super villains I got fucking deal with. So, but it's one of the reasons I haven't done live is because most of the time the chat shit is a cesspool, and I'm not here to push negative energy on people. And so it seems like an excellent opportunity for people to just swoop in and shit on stuff. And that's how a lot of people draw their self-esteem is all they do is they shit on things and they talk bad about people and they put people down. And that's how they maintain their power. And I think you know that ain't me, dude. I like to be funny. I like to be kind. I like to be cool. But that hasn't been the most successful way over the last few years. Oh my God, here's the funny thing. So back in the day, 2011, when I used to hang out with a bunch of people and have friends, might be naughty. We used to, me and my fellow musicians in Denton, Texas, used to sit around at a bar and we'd play a game where you try and think of either the best band name or the worst band name. And so it used to be really fun. So I'm going to now go down one of the lists we made. I'm sure there are naughty words in it, so if you can't handle it, you should leave now. Ovary overdrive. Cherry dice. Light liquor. Ballistic banana pistol. Puberty pistol. That seems weak. Spiral spittle. Aging butthole. Oscillating phallic. Warm trigger puller. Crab cake babies. Baby blender, baby straws, baby splatter, baby pancakes. Bad idea. I don't know. I always thought this one was funny. I pissed in your DNA. Oh. Banana sucking sulfur rocks. That don't make no sense. Solar discharge. Masturbatory practices. Buddhist bitches. Mormon manhandlers. Pretty priest. The best fart ever. Now, is there a cover band name or what? Hang time suicide. The bad tits. That guy, those guys. So cute, it hurts my eyeballs. Pretty sure that one's mine. You light up my knife. Chum cologne. Dictator condiments. What a great cover band name. Dictator Condiments. Maybe, but really no. Paraplegic undertones. Gay juicy fruits. Douchebag pretzels. And I decline. You guys are amazing. I'm sorry if that made you think less of me. Yeah, you know, it's weird. I was watching this thing and a lady was talking about how I'm a Sagittarius and that we don't necessarily understand evil because we don't understand evil. And, you know, she was basically saying, like, I don't know why people pick on you, try to hurt you, or try to destroy you because the world needs Sagittariuses. They are funny, they are optimistic, they are loving, they are caring. They try to build the better world and they search for the truth. So why people would ever mess with you, I don't know. But lucky for us, we are protected by life, love, luck, and God. Hello, man, I'm hanging on by a thread. Though I think we're gonna make it. But all the scribes say that August is supposed to be the last really, really bad month, but I don't know about that, man. Freaked out about hurricane season. So this may be the worst art sale presentation ever. Like I said, I wasn't prepared to have my electricity cut off when I woke up today. And I gotta make a stupid video talking about how horrible this company is. This is like the fifth mistake that, although this is a mistake this time. Oh, so talking about the petroleum demons that I created 2008 from like spirit cooking and petroleum 2001. Clear the city. See, I don't know. Like, I guess people can call me an idiot or a fool, even though I'm really good at art and I understand economics and solar physics and weather. And I mean, I'm not perfect by any means, but I work hard and I try to do the best I can. I'm just obsessed with getting better. You know, I guess that's why I have a hard time sometimes because I'm obsessed with picking up new skills. I'm obsessed with learning new things. I'm obsessed with staying cool. I'm obsessed with getting funnier, smarter, kinder. And apparently that's not how everybody works, man. You know? And that's what I think sucks is that lately our society rewards the worst in society. Yeah, Wolverine, Daredevil, Spider-Man on vacation. To this day, I would still love to write that, make that. I'd like to start a genre of romantic comedy superhero films. Because that's one thing that I've always thought was funny, is that, like, you have the most beautiful women in the world. You have the handsomest men in the world, like Superman, Batman, or all the X-Men. And it seems like rarely do they have romantic troubles. Rarely do they fight over themselves over love and sex. Which, I don't know, as a man who's been around my fair share of people like that in real life, you know, hormones seem to get in the way all the time. Between friends, coworkers, you know, it becomes like a weird competition. And I love to stay faithful. That's another thing where I'm weird at. I like staying faithful. I don't know why. It's just cool. Oh. So, Story enters Machine City. I'll show you. Crap, I can't find the preface one, but this is. It's kind of violent because that's like 500 ninja heads as Satori lands. Yeah. They all had jetpacks though. And one of the greatest things about the movie I wrote was Yates, who lives in a mountain, has the best technology, but he doesn't unveil it until Satori returns. But like all the 13 get very arrogant, get very cocky, and their technology actually sucks. So when they have to put it in a war fashion, it doesn't work very well. Spider-Man, Daredevil, Wolverine. Anyway, I gotta go now and pawn my guitar on my PS4 to get my electricity turned back on. So if anybody saw any of these, if somehow they're interested in, and I'll do a much better one edited when I get my electricity back on. But you can, I guess, basically gauge the sizes. It's either like 12 by 8 or the other one is bigger. Hey, kitty. Trying to figure out how to draw cats. Man, I need to start drawing more. Me making videos 14 hours a day, I guess I didn't draw that one. It's left me a bit of a one-trick pony. I didn't draw that one either. It's funny, if you leave your sketchboard around, people always either want to draw on it or people will. I'm here, love. That's why I was thought by now I would have found my woman and we would be like a power couple of awesomeness. But I don't know. It's not exactly how it's turned out. But I'm not giving up hope for sure. Rotate device. How about rotate your face, iPhone or Android phone? Oh, this one's cool. It's hard to get stoned when I'm this crazy. Step up. Time is now. It's hard to get stoned when everybody keeps fucking up my buzz. We can make it out of this if you emotion bots would stop standing around complaining. What I drew this probably in 2005. We can make it out of this if you emotion bots would stand and stop standing around complaining. And you know what's weird is, so at the end of Satori Ray Jones, you have Planet X with all of its system inbound. And so Satori and Grace together move the planets into a safe, good orbit for everyone. It's literally part of the action film I started writing way back in like 2001. So, I don't know. A lot of the predictions or parts of the movie I made actually have come true. So that's crazy, right? So, another thing is, I'm going to give to some people, because a lot of us are broke. I'm going to pick a few of the art pieces, and all I got to do is send me an email, tell me which one you really liked or one of them you want, why, and I'll send it to you. If you're broke like me, but tell me why you really want it, I'll give like 3 of them away to people for quote-unquote free. Because we're all broke and we all need help sometimes. And that's, one thing you learn is that, generous people are generous, and a lot of rich people get rich because they're not really generous ever. So, except, of course, they give to charity because it's tax deductible. Anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go get my power turned back on and then talk about weather. It's flooding in Texas today, and then and then so the newest movie that I've been writing on forever. I don't know why. This is Satori Grace and the jet ski. I don't know what that's about. But then the movie after that is called American Bicycle Club. And I've actually turned it into a Netflix show now. And it's about Thor and his half-brother Mason. Thor's a really nice guy who works at a bookstore and is trying to finish college, though he's been in college for like 15 years. He's technically trying to beat Galileo's record of 22 years. And then Mason just gets out of a maximum security prison that he's been in for 7 years. Nobody knows why. And he goes to live with Thor. It's a romantic action adventure comedy that I've been working on for like 7 or 8 years now, called American Bicycle Club. And it is amazing. It is hilarious. And that hopefully we can save the world, stabilize civilization, and I can get back to my dream of writing, making movies, badass Netflix shows, comedies, music videos, the fun frills of life that hopefully we can all afford. I don't know if you guys know this, but back in the day, we used to have rock and roll and great TV shows. Although Game of Thrones is the best show I've ever seen. But yeah, I love American Bicycle Club. And that's the whole point. And it's weird. That's like in the whole line I wrote of American Bicycle Club was you can't be free until we're all free. Um, so that's the whole point. So it's like this, yeah. They keep trying to kill Thor at the beginning, like 3 days before Mason gets let out of prison. And the key, like the whole thing is about this is the basic premise. You'll probably steal it from me, but hell, my lights are off. It's better than going homeless. Thor, right? It works at a bookstore trying to finish college. And then Mason is just trying to get back into life. And the whole thing is there in the movie there are 52 secret societies. And so every 13 years, the 52 secret societies each pick a fighter and then they put them somewhere and they have those 52 guys fight to the last man standing. And so when Mason gets out of prison, you have to join a gang in prison to stay alive. This is what I understand. I do research, man. I do due diligence. I like to learn things. And so you have to join a gang in prison to stay alive, especially maximum security one. And so everybody loves Mason when he leaves prison. He's literally like the king of the prison. Everybody loves him. And so he's a free agent when he leaves prison. So the majority of the beginning of the story, or the whole story, is that all 52 secret societies come to recruit Mason to fight in the great fight for them. And so it's like Thor lives in a small house that his dad gave to him when his dad died. And then Mason comes to live with him, and Thor keeps having all these secret society people show up, trying to recruit Mason, and it's hilarious. Another thing that's hilarious is that, like, so many women have hurt Thor so many times, lied, cheated, that, like, he's sworn off women forever. Whereas Mason, getting out of prison, basically says, if it's a female rattlesnake, if you hold its head down, I will have sex with it. And so they kind of combine each other's qualities. Thor starts to like women. I mean, he's always liked women. He's just scared of them. Because it's like, they will hurt you. In his mind, they will hurt you, stab your back, have sex with your friends, steal your money, and then they'll go on Twitter and talk about how horrible men are the whole time. And so Thor's like, all right, fine, I'm done. I'm asexual. I'm just going to try and help the world. And then, Mason comes back, and Mason says he's scared of the pussy. Thor's like, I'm not scared of the pussy. I just don't want to get hurt again. And so, like, their buddy dynamic is fantastic and hilarious. Although most of the dialogue I've written would probably have Twitter and Facebook freaking out because, Mason's prison dialogue, like, fuck your feelings, came from Mason. There are several things that came from this character that somehow ended up in the vernacular a year or two later after I wrote it. So that's crazy. And you guys are awesome. Wow. So there you go. 40 minutes. I don't know if you saw anything you liked. Pretty much opening scene. So at the very beginning of the movie, one of the people who thinks Thor's going to get in the way from their recruiting of Mason throws a magnetic grenade onto Thor's old car, Mustang. And so Thor has to dive out the window of his own Mustang and roll all the way down the hill. The car passes him and explodes before, like 3 days before Mason gets out. So, hey, just like me, this Thor in this movie, everything blows up, everything gets destroyed. He keeps going broke. He keeps having problems. But you know what? That's what screenwriting is. Screenwriting is friction. Screenwriting is conflict. And so that's what creates drama and tension. And so that is what it's all about. That's Satori again. It's so weird that the main character that I wrote in like 2001, who is half of the savior team that saved civilization, the other half is a Japanese woman. He's a blonde haired, blue eyed white guy, which I guess nowadays is absolutely, by me being that's, makes me evil. That's crazy. It's a crazy world, man. It's a crazy world. Wait 1 minute. So if you saw anything, send me an email, please. SpaceCowboy2017 at Gmail. And if somehow I haven't gotten my groove back yet, you guys are going to have to forgive me. Like I said, a woman I considered Mama 2 passed away in November. My stepfather passed away 2 months ago. And then I just having everybody punch me in the face, come after me, try and knock me fuck down. So I'm doing the best I can to get back in the groove and to be as awesome as ever and improve. But the universe keeps throwing obstacles in my way. Though I'm not complaining, because I get stronger, better, cooler every single time. Because that which does not kill us makes us stronger. And if we learn our lessons, we get better. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Yeah. And also, I won't. I was going to say something about some lady I know, girl, that has her own data security hacking company, which is also causing me problems, but she's way too powerful for me to mention her, bring more trouble to my name. Anyway, so I love you guys. I'm now going to go. It takes me like 4 hours to turn my freaking lights back on. So you guys be good kitties, or good dogs, or good people, or good horses. And Space Cowboy 2017. Make me a basic offer. Like I said, right now I'm just trying to raise money, so please don't be offended if I take a higher offer. And then for anybody who sends me a good letter, not anybody, but like 3 of these I'll give away for free. Because you guys have given so much to me, and we have to help each other out when we can. So you guys stay cool. I'm going to go pawn my baby. Pawn my baby. I mean, hopefully I'll somehow get it back at a pawn, but I have to pay my electricity today. Super chat donations come like a month from now. So I super appreciate them, but I still got to go pawn my shit. It's one of the most humbling and humiliating things you ever do. Because, that's just the way it is. Good guys have a hard time now. But at least I still have a YouTube channel, even though they censor me. I haven't been taken off the air yet. And I haven't been killed, so I appreciate that. And I appreciate you guys. You guys have kept me hanging on every single time. You guys are amazing. I wish things would calm down enough that I could make more fun videos. I could make you guys laugh more often. Somebody said, you need to diversify your programming. I was like, that's a great idea, man. And nobody would want to do that more than me. It's just that at times, I was talking to Cranky earlier before my power went off, and he was saying how a lot of meteorologists are freaking out because the models hadn't predicted the severity of the storms that are hitting us right now. And him and I have been talking about it for a while. And so, yeah, dude, this ain't your basic college course meteorology shit anymore. That there are a few people who are calling. There are, we are not the only ones, but there aren't a lot of people out there telling you guys what is going on. And so there are those of us that are trying to do it. So the only reason I'm making so many weather videos is because I don't think enough people are covering it properly. If people were covering it properly, I would have more time to make videos about space or silly things or cool things. But at a time where you have multiple states flooding and people are saying they're caught off guard. If you saw the video I said, the last video I made, Doom, the Weather Channel said, we were literally shocked and surprised by this weather. Me and Cranky were like, what? What are you talking about? We've been talking about it for a while. It's a crazy time. Anyway, I love you guys. Stay cool. I gotta go make sure I get my power on today. Women, if you like sweaty men, my apartment's about 100 degrees right now. I am the man for you, ladies. Anyway, everybody stay cool. I appreciate you. And I'll talk to you guys soon. I love you.